What's up? It's Retro Mikey 70, and today I've got a little treat video for those of you that are still kind of new to the channel and haven't been here since the beginning. We are in the final stages of Video Game March Madness Season 3. Man, I'm having fun. I'm glad that we have it all digital this year. It is awesome to have it that way. You know, I'm writing, I'm still keeping a personal log of what's going on, but this is 10 times better than what I've ever had the tournament before. Yes, there's been a few little flaws and everything, and I've told you guys that, hey, I'm working a ton of overtime. That's the reason Season 3 got delayed by a year. Now, 2019, we had Season 1. At the time, my channel was just a little tiny blip on the screen. I was trying to get people to come in and do all kinds of things. And we had the first season, and that was what one of my goals was. Now, I'm going to show you just by holding my phone, my camera, over my original poster board that we made for this tournament because we didn't have digital capability of it. I didn't know how to do that at the time. So we literally just hung a poster board up on a science project portfolio. And that's how we did the tournament the first 2 seasons. We did it all manually. We counted each and every vote. I'll go over what happened, what was in the tournament, why talking over the poster board. It's going to be kind of fast, kind of fall through it. But you guys ever want to see it, the videos are still on the channel. Go back and watch it. See what we did wrong. See what we did right. And say, hey, all right, just guys, check it out. This is the only way I can promise you guys this, because this is about all I have unless I go back and get the old footage. But the old footage is there on the channel if you guys want to go back and see it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to recap this. This was the North bracket. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 went against Sega Rally. It won. Tetris went against Quantum Break. It won. Crash Bandicoot went against Marvel Ultimate Alliance. It won. Chrono Cross, which I thought Chrono Trigger was in the tournament, lost to Burnout Takedown. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze lost to Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Oddworld Age Odyssey lost to CTR. Mutant League Football won to Conker's Live and Reloaded. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 beat Tetris. Burnout 3 beat Crash Bandicoot. Punch-Out beat CTR. Mutant League Football lost to Breath of the... I forgot. Castlevania Bloodlines lost to Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild beat Mutant League Football. Punch-Out then beat Breath of the Wild. Tetris lost to Burnout 3. And that year's Final Four was Punch-Out. In this bracket down here, we had Final Fantasy VII beat Banjo-Kazooie. Morrowind and Conker's Bad Fur Day. Ninja Gaiden lost to Contra. Perfect Dark Zero beat General Chaos. Knights of the Old Republic lost to Hyperstone Heist. Mario 64 beat Resident Evil. Streets of Rage 2 beat Spyro. Time Splitter lost to Contra Hardcores. Streets of Rage 2 then beat them. Hyperstone Heist lost to Mario 64. Mario 64 has always been a heavy hitter. Contra beat Perfect Dark, and Conker's Bad Fur Day lost to Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII beat Contra, then went on to the Elite 8, while Mario 64 went on, and Final Fantasy VII moved on. Here you go. Now we'll go over here real quick, guys. This was the East bracket. Ridge Racer went up against Echo the Dolphin and won. Resident Evil 2 beat Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Daytona USA lost to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 the arcade. Vector Man lost to Sunset Overdrive. Mario Odyssey beat Super Smash Melee. Panzer Dragoon 2 lost to Mega Man 2. Dark Cloud lost to Crimson Tide. Left 4 Dead 2 beat Uncharted. Uncharted Again, not a great game in this tournament. Ridge Racer against Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 moved on. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade and Vector Man. Turtles Arcade moved on. Mega Man 2 to Mario Odyssey. Mega Man moved on. Left 4 Dead 2 versus Dark Cloud. And then we had Resident Evil 2 versus Mega Man 2. Mega Man 2 moved on. Next, we had God of War, the 2008 version, 18, I guess 18, versus Left 4 Dead. It moved on. Gears of War lost to Zelda Link of the Past. Final Fantasy IX versus Wario World 1. Metal Gear Solid beat Sonic 3D Blast. Halo 2 versus Sonic Adventures. Sonic and Knuckles versus Knights into the Dream. Destruction Derby went up against Metroid Prime. And Stubbs the Zombie versus Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 then beat Metroid Prime. Halo 2 then beat Sonic and Knuckles. Final Fantasy IX versus Metal Gear Solid. Link to the Past beat Gears of War 18. As you guys see, Zelda Link to the Past went on to the Final Four that year by beating Metal Gear Solid, beating Halo 2, which did beat Resident Evil 4 that year. And then Link to the Past beat Halo 2, made it to the Final Four. The first of the Final Four brackets was Punch-Out versus... Oh yeah, we do... The Final Four brackets go on this side. Final Fantasy went up against Punch-Out. Final Fantasy won. Link to the Past went up against Mega Man 2, and it won. And then Final Fantasy VII beat Link to the Past to become the winner. Now, I'll give you guys a brief description of what went wrong with Season 1. Now, you guys got to see Season 1 of that board. What happened? The downside was me and April, we went through and picked games that were near and dear to our heart. We didn't get to you guys, the fans, because, hey, I didn't have any fans. I didn't think I was going to be a big channel. Never thought that this channel would have progressed to where it is now today. And, hey, I am so excited that all you guys come here and watch my videos and enjoy this content. But, you know, that was one of two things. We put our games in, and there were some bombs in that tournament. I admit it. There were some games that should not have been in the tournament in Seasons 1 or Seasons 2. But, hey, I learned my lesson. I've reached out to people, and I've even allowed people to put their own personal picks in. Now, the really big downside, and we made that mistake that will never happen again. First season, I allowed unlimited voting. You could vote as much as you want. And you guys go back, it's on the stream, the Metro Mikey live stream vault channel now, because I've took all my streaming over there. Once it's live, been up for a few days, I take it down off my site and put it into the vault. But that being said, we we have the stream vault, and that's where it's going to be. The first season with unlimited voting got out of hand. Two friends of mine I work with really love Final Fantasy VII, probably more than I do, which I really find that hard to believe, but they overvoted Final Fantasy VII. I think me and April stopped counting somewhere around 400 or 500 votes. It was going up against Zelda Link to the Past, and it was just ridiculous what they were doing. It got so bad that YouTube locked out another buddy of mine at work. His account is still locked because he doesn't know how to unlock it. He can't even vote in the tournament. Can't subscribe to anybody on any channels. I told him, yeah, you're probably just done make your new email. But the voting got out of hand. They held so many comments for review that I just couldn't take it no more. Even to earlier this year, I was still finding held comments for review from the first season. Votes that were missed out. And that's why I was like, oh, I've got to figure a new way of doing this. Now, I'm going to show you guys the Season 2 bracket, and then we'll talk a little bit about it and what changes we made to make that tournament a lot better than Season 1. Here's the board for Season 2. like I said, this is the official board. I do not have the numbers. Those are in the videos. But like the other board, we will go over this one. We had Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, who was in the Final Four. Came back. It went up against Titanfall. Won. Eternal Darkness beat Jak and Daxter. It won. Mortal Kombat 2 went up against Chrono Cross. Again, I thought Chrono Trigger had been in a competition. I guess I kept putting Chrono Cross in. House of the Dead versus Echo the Dolphin, and House of the Dead won. Alan Wake versus Dark Cloud. Dark Cloud won. Oh, wait, here's Chrono Trigger. I told you, folks, it was in the tournament. Versus Project Gotham Racing. Chrono Trigger beat it. Conker's Bad Fur Day versus Sea of Thieves. And Silent Hill versus Red Dead Redemption. So, then we had Mike Tyson's Punch-Out versus Eternal Darkness. Mortal Kombat 2 versus House of the Dead. Dark Cloud versus Chrono Trigger. Dark Cloud beat Chrono Trigger that year. Go watch the videos and it'll show you the vote count. Conker's Bad Fur Day lost to Silent Hill. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out versus Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And Dark Cloud versus Silent Hill. Silent Hill and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out moved on. And I know Silent Hill beat Mike Tyson's Punch-Out because it is in this year's bracket. Now, let's go down to this one. Final Fantasy VII got knocked out. The first season's winner got knocked out in the first round by Donkey Kong Country. Animal Crossing lost to Kirby's Adventure. Forza Motorsports lost to Street Fighter. Twisted Metal beat Perfect Dark. Mortal Kombat beat Streets of Rage 2. As active random, Halo 2 and Halo 3 went up. Halo 2 won. Final Fantasy VIII beat Steel Battalion. GTA beat Heavy Rain. Then, Final Fantasy VIII beat GTA. Halo 2 beat Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter beat Twisted Metal. Donkey Kong Country beat Kirby's Adventure. Now, we all know Donkey Kong Country moves on to the Final Four because we've seen it before. Donkey Kong Country beat Streets of Rage to go to the Elite Eight, while Halo 2 beat Final Fantasy VIII. Donkey Kong Country then beats Halo 2 and moved on to the Final Four that year. Now, here's the bracket that Resident Evil 4 took to its championship victory. Mega Man 2 versus Resident Evil 4. Mega Man 2 was last year's that first season's Final Four winner, lost to Resident Evil 4, who did not make the Final Four the first season. Tomb Raider beat Dead Rising. Pac-Man lost to Mario Party. Ratchet and Clank versus Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild won. Mario RPG beat Halo Reach. Ridge Racer beat, I can't see because of the phone, Perfect Dark Zero. Spyro the Dragon beat Adventure. And Daytona USA beat Crackdown. Spyro the Dragon versus Mario RPG. Oh wait, Spyro the Dragon beat Daytona USA to go on. Mario RPG beat Ridge Racer to go on. Mario Party beat Breath of the Wild. And Resident Evil 4 beat Tomb Raider. Resident Evil 4 beat Mario Party and then beat Mario RPG to go on to the Final Four, while Mario RPG made it to the lead by beating Spyro the Dragon. Alright guys, Link to the Past beat Parasite Eve. Metal Gear Solid beat Wario World. Fortnite beat Wolfenstein. No, Fortnite lost to Wolfenstein. God of War, the 2018 beat State of Decay. Earthbound beat Panzer Dragon 2. Gears of War beat Frogger. Sunset Overdrive lost to Stubbs the Zombie. Mario 64 beat Left 4 Dead 2. Now, Left 4 Dead 2 is on the Elite 8 this year, and it lost last season to Super Mario 64. Mario 64 beat Stubbs the Zombie. Gears of War beat Earthbound. God of War beat Wolfenstein. And Metal Gear Solid lost to Link of the Past. Link to the Past Went up against God of War, made it to the Elite Eight. Gears of War went against Mario 64 and made it to the Elite Eight, but Mario 64 got that coveted Final Four spot. Now, we had Silent Hill versus Donkey Kong Country and Resident Evil 4 versus Mario 64. And the final match of that tournament last season was two horror games. Silent Hill versus PS4, or Resident Evil 4, and Resident Evil 4 won. Now I will talk a little bit what happened and why this tournament was okay, but not perfect yet. Now you guys seen the bracket board for Season 2. Season 2 went on a lot better than Season 1. Yes, Final Fantasy VII got knocked out in the first round. I only allowed people to vote once in each category. One vote per person, but people still voted in the comments. I know a couple guys that had multiple YouTube accounts and they made multiple votes, and I can't stop that. The only way to stop that is by watching specifically what goes on. But still, comments were still held for review. Comments were still lost in this. And I was like, okay, there has to be a better way. And even the poster board. My writing is horrendous. It is unlegible. If I write something up on this board or I'm doing this. I can read it, but most people can't. I'm close to what a doctor's signature would be. It's like chicken scratches. So I always had to have and rely on April to, hey, come in here, write on the poster board, do this, do that. That led us to Season 3 coming up in 2021. I was preparing for her and me both to be out during the summer. I was working a ton of overtime, just about as much as I am now. And I told her, I said, I don't think we can do this. I said, I can't keep up with counting votes manually, releasing 2 videos a day, and everything else. Because I didn't even know about how to schedule videos at the time. I was still learning my editing. I was still getting into it. The channel was growing, and I wish I could have done a tournament in 2001, but I'm kind of happy we held off. Gave me time to perfect a little bit of the editing, and yeah, I still haven't got it down. I mean, you guys have seen the flaws this year, and I'm sorry about that, but only getting an hour and a half to shoot and edit the videos daily is really putting a strain on me. The only reason you guys are getting this is because I didn't get asked to go in early on a Friday. It didn't make it to me on the overtime chart, which I'm not upset with. I'm happy. It gives me a day of rest. I'm only working 8 hours tonight, and then I have the next night off. You guys were getting a stream for that day. But that being said, we have this going on. I'm able to now do it digitally. We are now, YouTube's controlling it. You can only vote one per thing. I can't even vote on my own channel. I vote on the Streamlab or the live stream Vault channel. This is how I like it. It's doing its thing. It's keeping it track, organized. All I have to do is just remember at the end of the day, take a screenshot on my phone so I save it, so I can put it on there. Then I delete it. So people stopped voting because I left it up the first day and people just kept voting on the other ones. I'm going, whoa, it's over. Let me close this out because I've already took the picture. The only downside is I have to do it live the first couple days. You can only schedule 2 posts in the community chat at a time. So until I got to the Sweet 16, I had to manually do each one every day, and I was doing it a little early and ending it a little late. I was giving a little over 24 hours. But that being said, it is 7 in the morning. Most people aren't awake, or some people have already voted. I didn't see any flaws. There was one instance where autocorrect messed me up this year. But so far this year, we have made it all the way to the Elite 8 into the East bracket. The South is live right now when I'm shooting this. I think this year's gone on a lot better. Not, the first season was way, way out of control. The second season, I was still missing a lot of votes that people put in. I have had some people say that they can't find all the brackets or the matchups to vote for in the early rounds. I'm sorry for that. Got to figure out how you do things on the community tab, but I've checked with multiple people, asked them to let me look at their phones. I've had April let me look at her phones. And everybody I go to, I can click on the community tab and I can find all 8 matches, because the first one had 8 matchups that I could find. So I don't know what device you're using. I know if I use a tablet or my buddy uses his iPad, you cannot go to the community tab. Try using a PC. I know you can go to the community tab on your PC. So keep this in mind next year. But hey, this is all just about having fun. I hope everybody enjoys it. Next year, I will be doing the same thing the upcoming weeks before the live stream, because I've already put in for the vacation. I've got it off. The upcoming weeks, we will be doing up to 4 live streams, and you guys can put your games in for $1 a piece. And hey, I will still do the $5 veto for anybody that misses it on live draft day. Those of you that wanted your game in, somebody said in the comments they wish Skies of Arcadia would have been in. I almost put it in the 50-50 bowl. But hey, I didn't. I've never played it. I don't know about it. You guys know about the games you love. You have to put them into the tournament. $1 to put your game in for it to get immortalized and maybe win. I mean, who knows? You guys saw the round 2 or the season 2 bracket. Chrono Trigger was in there and got knocked out by Dark Cloud. A buddy of mine wanted to put Dark Cloud in it and overslept on every live stream. So that's what I'm telling you, folks. You got to get your game in and see which game makes it all the way up there. And we still don't know who is going to make it in those number 1 seeds at this point in the tournament for next year. This has been Retro Mikey 78, and I'll catch you guys all later. I hope you guys are having a blast enjoying this, and look forward to next season, season 4, and maybe I'll do another recap video before next season starts. Catch you later.